Fast food workers of Reddit, what should we not order at your restaurant, and why? Current Wendy's employee here. Don't be the butt that orders a T-Rex burger, a 4 ounces patty burger. First of all, they are basically a one-way ticket to the emergency room. Second, we can barely wrap that thing without it falling over since it's so tall. Lastly, go spend the $20 that the sandwich costs on food that's actually worth a dang. Still amazes me when people order that crap. I worked in a food cart in a very popular area a few summers ago. I can't say my experience was the same as others, but when dealing with burgers, hot dogs, and fried food in a metal box in 90+ degree weather at a rapid pace, well, it isn't the most sanitary environment. I saw my boss drip sweat multiple times on food he was cooking, deceiving customers by saying his food is homemade, yet he used generic ingredients to throw it together and slapped a ridiculous price on it. On top of that, it's just not a very clean place to begin with. Grease constantly drips from the walls because of the food frying in the cart, and being so busy we didn't have a whole lot of time to consistently wash dishes. I did what I was told, and after a month, I quit. Worst job experience I've ever had, and I'll never recommend working in a food cart to anybody. I always think about the judges eating the food on Chopped cause some of the chefs get really sweaty when they cook. I work at Zaxby's, and you shouldn't order anything with a fried fillet instead of the fried fingers. The fillets are way less popular, so they sit in the pan for a long time. The fingers are much more popular and are getting made constantly, so they are always more fresh. I worked at the corporate headquarters store and also worked for corporate. At our store it became a rule to make those to order because of how little they were ordered at the time. Also, little known fact, Zaxby's did breakfast in Athens headquarters location. I was the head breakfast cashier for 7 days a week. It was pretty awesome. Made homemade grits every morning. After reading this thread, I really hate how much I enjoy lemons in water. Lemon juice is so acidic you can use it to cook fish. You can even use it to disinfect your countertops. Trust me when I tell you those lemons are fine. People are just being prissy. Just don't go in right before closing. And this essentially goes for anywhere, except for Canes. Worked there over a summer, and that place had the cleanest and freshest food I've ever seen at a fast food restaurant. Except for Canes. I don't think I have ever been to a dirty Canes or received bad service there. Seriously, they are similar to Chick-fil-A in that their employees seem pretty happy and nice. Carl's Jr. All the fries are basically the same size. And please don't get chicken stars. They're really gross. I worked the night shift at McDonald's. During the day, the restaurant is busy and the food is fine. At night, the poor guy left alone on the line is not only tasked with making all the food, but also cleaning up the huge mess from day shift. We're talking grease splatters on the sides of garbage cans, scraping semi-dried mayonnaise out of the dispensers, etc. It's really annoying to be cleaning and have a random customer show up at the drive-up window and have to stop everything, wash your hands, change your gloves, make their food, then go back to cleaning. I've seen so many nasty butt people make your sandwich with little trash grease or mopping water on their gloves because they got annoyed that you interrupted them. I never eat at a MCD between 11 PM and 5 AM. Dubs, everything is frozen. Stay away from the burgers especially. I've seen so much raw chicken go out, so disgusting. If you come in at a non-peak hour, your wings have probably been sitting in the warmer for an hour. It's unbelievable to me that so many food workers don't wash their hands. I've been a bartender for half a decade and I'm constantly washing my hands, mostly for my own benefit. I don't want nasty customer germs on my hands any more than they want my germs. Check the public places. If the bathrooms are neat and stocked, no stains or buildup, generally the food should be okay. Cleanliness and food quality are 100% the results of management and training. I was a cook for 10 years, chef for another 10. Any place can be good or bad, depending on the management. Starbucks, don't order a frappaggio. There is no secret menu. Where the Panda Express workers at? Making orange chicken, hopefully. Used to work at Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, aka ice cream and food. Not sure if it's all locations, but I followed the book in terms of throwing older food out and making it fresh as we go. So if it's a slow day, I'm not going to give you a patty that's been sitting in the warmer for an hour. I'm throwing a frozen patty on the grill and you'll get it fresh. If you ask for fries with no salt because of dietary restrictions or if it's slow, I won't have a problem doing so. If it's busy and you do it and then ask for salt on the side, you can wait for your fries. The chili comes in a big can, nothing special. The fruits for the ice cream aren't fresh. We did chop all our vegetables fresh though. Ice cream comes in big not old, boxes that are stored in the cooler and run through pipes to the machines out front. The only thing that's really fresh and not frozen are the buns, veggies, and cheeses. It's also been over 5 years since I've worked there, so things might have changed. Once was Subway worker. Here is my advice: just don't come to our restaurant. Don't eat at Subway. If you do, don't order the seafood sensation on anything. If you do, please toast it to attempt to kill the bacteria. Seafood sensation sounds like something I would feed my cat. You know, the really smelly gross wet stuff that he likes. KFC. Literally anything. The potatoes are powdered potatoes. The gravy is powdered gravy. The corn and green beans come from Green Giant. At least they used to. Now IDK where they come from, but the green beans taste like crap now. The sauces they have now: Smoky Mountain, Hot Honey, Nashville Hot, whatever. They come in packages that we put in squirt bottles. Totally fine. But if the employee doesn't shake the bottle, all you have is the seasoning, since the oil and seasoning separate. And most of the time they'll only put it on one side. In fact, if you ordered a Chicken Little with Nashville Hot, protocol says you put the chicken on the bun then the sauce, meaning it is protocol for them to make your bun soaked with the oil of the sauce. Yum. Some KFCs even pre-make Chicken Littles and potato bowls. Betcha didn't think I'd touch those, did you? Meaning your order at 5:30 PM was actually made all the way back at 1 PM. The mayo has fused with the bun, making a soggy mess or a dry wasteland. Real fun flip of the coin. And the potato bowl has gotten crusty around the edges. Basically, imagine your food at a restaurant sitting in the window before you order it, but the window in 20 degrees hotter. That's Chicken Littles and potato bowls. The biscuits are frozen and TBH they're pretty shite. IDKY people go nuts over them. The hot wings are great, but if you don't make them fresh, takes 10 minutes I believe, then you're either getting some crappy freaking hot wings, or you're gonna wait. Here's the ones that pee me off. Popcorn chicken. Used to be absolutely amazing. Guess what? They changed the recipe. The batter doesn't even stick to them, and they come off mid-bite, so one chomp is chicken and the next is frickin' batter. Tenders. Used to be made fresh every order. Now they are pre-battered and stuck in a cooler. Sure, frozen chicken is frozen chicken, and KFC only serves frozen chicken. But when the tenders were fresh with every order and the fryer oil was recently changed, that was peak KFC. The chicken. Some people nowadays don't prep it properly. It used to be wings folded and cracked, thigh joints popped, and feathers plucked. But people don't even pluck the frickin' feathers anymore. The mac and cheese is microwaved now. Used to be baked. Guess that took too long. And then last is the god damned cookies. They were perfect. Now corporate replaced it with these frickin' Chips Ahoy tasting garbage chemical pre-packaged shoots. God damn it, I hate the frickin' cookies. And that's it. That is everything at KFC to avoid. Ah, yes. And the pot pies take 22 minutes to cook. Use chicken from 3, 4, 6, 8 days ago. A month ago that was sitting in the freezer. Anything that is cooked and not sold gets deboned and used for pot pies. And they have about 2,000 calories each. Okay, I think that's everything. It's nice to find out I'm not just a crazy old man who erroneously swears the popcorn chicken used to be great back in my day. The only fresh eggs at McDonald's are the round eggs that come on the muffins. Folded are frozen egg patties and scrambled eggs and whites come out of a carton. I love how some of the replies are basically I'm disgusting and don't try to be clean, so you shouldn't eat at this restaurant with 10,000 locations. This one time I went to the place and the manager was crappy, so I haven't been in another one for 6 years. Reddit. Don't order food nobody wants. Usually it's been waiting for you whole day. Also Reddit. Order things nobody orders. They will have to make a fresh one for you. Panda Express cook here. Depending on the management, the kitchen and back are very well kept and clean. We prep veggies and meats every day, but most of the sauces are pre-packaged. Some stores will burn the crap out of the teriyaki chicken because they don't scrape the grill after making a batch. But working there hasn't killed my love of Panda Express, so take that as you will. I used to work in a convenience store that sold food. Never buy a fountain soda. I was the only person who would take apart the soda fountain and clean them. They grew these mold rings up inside the dispensers. I was always afraid that a bit of mold would break off and fall into a drink. Just buy one out of the cooler. At Culver's we take the pop tabs off and run them through the dishwasher basically every night. So that's the exception to your rule. This isn't a fast food restaurant, but I work at 7-Eleven. Deuce. 1 drink our coffee. We change it every 4 hours so it's pretty much always fresh. Don'ts. 1. Drink our tea. Some stores are okay because they have a liner in the teapot to make sure it stays clean, but old rundown 7-Elevens don't. When I go to a store and remake the tea without a liner, it smells like sewer water. 2. Eat our tornadoes or roller dogs. We only clean the grill once a night. They have caked on grease and old food from way back. 3. Eat our bakery anything. This includes our muffins, sausage rolls, or donuts. Workers come at night to restock the bakery items so they're only fresh at around 11:30 p.m. They will sit there until the next night. I've also seen a worker completely drop several trays of donuts and then just put them right into the display case. Customers also never use gloves or the papers to grab them. Disgusting when they can't even use the bathrooms correctly. Pizza Hut worker here. Cheesy Bites pizzas are made with all of the same crap as a stuffed crust, but cost more and take way more time to make. Former MCDS employee. If you need to get in and out, your best bet is to order a single double triple cheese Big Mac or anything else with the regular patties. They take the least time to cook if they need to make new ones. Also, fries take somewhere around 3 minutes to cook, so if it's dead at the time you're best skipping them. Also, don't order the salads thinking they're healthier. They're not. McDonald's worker here. Don't order large fries. Order the medium. The larger fries have practically the same amount as the medium except they have a bigger box that they deceive you with. Someone needs to try that out and give us proof. That would be crazy. It's not fast food, but I worked at a movie theater in high school and I'm feeling very good about how clean we kept things after reading this thread. Soda machines were regularly broken down and cleaned properly. Ice machines were regularly emptied and cleaned. Unsold popcorn was discarded at the end of the night. Former Starbucks barista. A caramel macchiato is just an upside down vanilla latte with a caramel drizzle on top. I promise you cannot taste the difference. Save the money and calories. There is no caramel flavor in that macchiato. That drizzle just clumps to your cup and adds nothing to the drink. I specifically order the iced caramel macchiato with extra caramel drizzle because I like sucking up the clumps of caramel. One guy asked for us to cover his fries in melted butter, like popcorn at the movie theater. IDKY you would, but please don't. Holy crap, that's disgusting. I'm a former McDonald's worker, and all I have to say is, do not, under any circumstances, order the Mcfish. McDonald's. Former employee. Do not ask for fries without salt just so you can get fresh fries made, then come up to the window and ask for salt packets. 10/10 I would say that we were out of salt. We had a button on the register for cook to order and didn't mind doing that. But don't think you're smart with your no salt balls. Then ask me for MF salt. No salt fries at McDonald's. They're a pain in the butt to make, and all the fries we make, at least at my store, are fresh anyway. I just made a comment about this. I get an old man coming and asking for no salt. I'll go to the ends of the earth to make it happen. But don't come through asking for no salt fries and then ask for packets of salt. Sorry, we're out at the moment. A lot of you just sound like dirty butt people. I think a lot of people confuse the question what should people not order from your restaurant with what did you filthy animals do behind the scenes at the restaurant you worked at. Used to work at Wendy's. Nothing I wouldn't eat. Just ask for fresh chicken and your Gouda strips had a limit of 30 minutes and don't sell that well. former manager at Subway to clear up a lot of what has been said about Subway, and this applies to pretty much any fast food restaurant. Management makes the difference. I kept my store clean as frick and always up to food safety guidelines. Just eat at a clean Subway and you'll be fine, but don't come in 30 minutes or less before close. For the love of God. Also, our soup sales were low, so we just didn't serve any. I would not get soup from any Subway. I also used to work for Sheetz, unless something changed since 2012. Do not get their burgers outside of lunch dinner rush. Between peak times they sit in a greasy warmer and the smell made me nauseous. Ugh. So much grease just sitting at the bottom of the pan. Ugh. Ice machines get moldy if they aren't cleaned regularly. Most places don't touch their ice machine unless it breaks. I take my chances and use ice anyway. Worked at a Chinese restaurant. Exhibit A. If you don't tip, you need to switch around where you eat. Otherwise expect the quality and quantity of your order to slip into oblivion each time you come. Exhibit B. Don't eat the fricking flowers, bro. You know those little cute decorations on your plate? Yeah, that shoots seen things that you don't ever want in your mouth. It's probably been on 4 customers' plates before yours, mixed in with the dirty dishes, washed and back on your plate. Never seen flowers put on a plate as a decoration before. Maybe you are confusing people because they don't know. Dunkin Donuts, sriracha bacon. It's toxic. I used to work at Captain D's. They mix the coleslaw on site, but you had no special tools or anything to do it. You just dumped giant bags of ingredients into a giant container and stuck your entire arm in to mix the stuff up. You did the same for the hush puppies too, but at least those got deep fried. This mouse is looking for friends in the comments. Comment mouse boy to befriend him. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.